Arthur had nothing that usually draws attention. He was old, deaf, toothless, his coat was rough, his eyes dull. He wasn't cute in the way puppies are. He didn't jump or wag his tail at strangers. For a whole year, not one person asked about him. His photo stayed on the shelter's adoption page, unseen or ignored. People walked past his kennel without stopping. Surrounded by younger, healthier dogs, Arthur blended into the background, like he had his whole life. He had been found wandering the streets of Tiana, tired, slow, and confused. The workers at the foundation saw right away that he wouldn't last much longer out there. He was too old, too worn down, so he was brought into the care of Friends Rescue. And there, he waited, 4 months, then more months, until a full year had passed. And still, no one came for him. Maybe it was the missing teeth, maybe it was the fact that he couldn't hear, or maybe people just thought he had nothing left to give. But those who looked away never saw what was quietly waiting beneath the surface. A heart that had not given up. Arthur's real story didn't begin on the streets. It began the day someone finally saw him. Not for his age, not for his weaknesses, but simply for who he was. He didn't understand it at first. The quiet ride home, the warm bed waiting for him, the gentle hands that reached out without hurting him. He stayed distant, watchful, unsure of where he had landed. Life had taught him that silence could mean danger, that being touched could mean pain. So he kept to himself, not out of aggression, but fear. But the house was calm. He was given time, no pressure, no loud voices, just soft touches, warm meals, and the kind of stillness he had never known. Slowly, he began to change. First, he moved a little closer. Then, he looked up. One day, he rolled onto his back and just lay there, staring quietly, like he was saying, "I see you now." At night, he curled up close, pressing into warm skin, trusting the darkness at last. During the day, he wandered through the rooms with quiet dignity, as if mapping out his kingdom. He didn't need much. A soft place to lie, a quiet corner to rest. But what he offered in return was something only time and suffering can shape, a soul deep with gratitude, calmness, and quiet love. He formed a special bond with another dog in the house, Ace, who was blind. The two old boys understood each other. They didn't need words or sight or sound. They stayed close, often side by side. A silent brotherhood, two forgotten lives, now walking through their days in peace. Arthur learned to understand touch in place of sound. A tap on the shoulder meant it was time to wake up. A tap on the chest meant let's go. A soft stroke told him everything was all right. At first, even these made him flinch. But slowly, trust grew. And with trust came peace. No one knows exactly how old he is. Vets guess somewhere between 15 and 18. But in his eyes, there's a whole lifetime. Pain, hunger, silence, survival. And still, in spite of it all, his heart never hardened. When he's scared, he leans in. Not for protection, but for closeness. He presses gently against a leg, just to feel he isn't alone. In those moments, it's clear, even the smallest gesture means the world to him. His way of saying, "I don't understand everything, but I trust you." It's painful to think of how long he may have lived without love, to imagine the winters he spent outside, the nights he lay alone, the years without a soft word or a kind touch. But that's all in the past now. Arthur is home, he is safe, and he is cherished. He is gentle, quiet, brave in his own way. A soul that once felt invisible now surrounded by love. The only regret is not finding him sooner. But what matters is today, and every day he has left will be filled with warmth, comfort, and peace. Arthur may have been overlooked by the world for most of his life, but now, he is seen, truly seen, and finally, he is loved in the way he always deserved.